back, racing in the Emirates Singapore Derby. Two Group 1s in the Emirates Singapore Derby. Spalato bolts in. Hello and welcome along to our review of the Emirates Singapore Derby from the Singapore Turf Club. A great race worth $1.15 million in prize money, over 2,000 metres on the turf, and beautiful weather conditions for Sunday afternoon racing in Singapore. It is the longest standing sponsorship in Singapore horse racing, the 19th running of the Emirates Singapore Derby.
The Emirates Singapore Derby, a race which sees the best 4-year-olds lock horns over 2,000 gruelling metres and fight for the right to be crowned the champion staying 4-year-old. Stamping himself as the star 3-year-old in 2013 was the diminutive Step It Up. With new jockey David Flores in the saddle, it won't be easy for the smallest horse in the field after he drew the widest barrier. But what he lacks in size, he has in courage, as he proved with his win in the Singapore Guineas last year.
Super 97 coming with big giant strides for Step It Up. He's going to defy him and take out the Guineas in the clean sweep of the...
Japanese trainer Hideyuki Takaoka has a rich record in the Derby, with the recent wins of Johnny Shinju and Better Life. Again, he has another mare to the fore. This year, it is Bendician. Jockey Alan Munro, trainer Hideyuki Takaoka, the same combination that won the race 12 months ago. Can Bendician follow in the footsteps of Better Life? One of the stories of the year without a doubt at Kranji has been that of Spalato. Trained by local John O'Hara, Spalato is an unknown over the 2,000 metre journey, but remains undefeated as he goes into the Derby on the back of his stirring Group 1 Patrons Bowl victory over the mile.
It's Step It Up and Spalato fighting tooth and nail here. Spalato the inside with Step It Up. Oh, they hit it, I'd say Spalato.
Recently, champion rider Joe Moreira won his biggest race in Singapore in the Derby of 2012 on Chase Me. Before last year, the champion mare Better Life retired a winner in 2013. The Derby of 2014, who will add their name to the honour roll?
Yes, indeed. Who will take out the Emirates Singapore Derby for 2014? There's no standout like Better Life in 2013. Well, it's not too far away, and we've had perfect weather conditions here. Absolutely stunning day in Singapore. We've got a little bit of cloud cover now, but it's high cloud cover, so absolutely no threat of rain. Short course A, good 5.0. The track has raced beautifully right throughout the afternoon. Temperature at 33 degrees, so it's been warm, but very pleasant conditions for racing here this afternoon for the 19th Emirates Singapore Derby. The Group 1 Emirates Singapore Derby, $1.15 million in prize money, 2,000 metres on the short course A. Number 1, Step It Up for David Flores and Sonny Yo. 2, Johnny Guitar, Byron Vorster, Patrick Shaw. 3, Spalato, Manuel Nunez, John O'Hara. 4, Emperor's Banquet, Naresh Joglal and Pat Shaw. 5, Wall Street Boy, John Powell and Cliff Brown. 6, Mr. Armstrong, Lisa Allpress and Michael Friedman. 7, Valbuena, James McDonald and Laurie Laxon. 8, Cordoba, Isai Fuden and David Hill. 9, Alfonso, Corey Brown and Laurie Laxon. 10 is Nate, Danny Beasley, Michael Friedman. 11, Magical Talents, R. Rubin and Laurie Laxon. 12, Flight of the Saker, Damien Brown and Cliff Brown. 13, Panama City, Harry Kassam and Zed El Mock. 14, Bergladica, I Azahar and Steve Burridge. 15, Bendician, Alan Munro, Hideyuki Takaoka. 16, Empress Wu, I Santana and Desmond Coe.
In the parade ring for the running of the Group 1 Emirates Singapore Derby, all 16 horses in the yard for our feature race for the day. $1.15 million up for grabs and prize money. Craig Evans to join me for a look at these runners. Craig, step it up, the champion 3-year-old from last year, and he backs up in this year's Derby a year later on.
He's as tough as teak, this guy. He's very, very strong. He'll be in for a fight, but whether he gets a decent enough run in transit from the outermost gate is the question mark against him. David Flores to ride, but he has drawn very deep on the track.
And everyone wants to know what if he's going to run the 2,000 metres. Any last word on that?
Well, we hope he does, and we'll leave it to the jockey. See how the race pans out early, and he'll ride it from there.
Okay, there's John O'Hara. Good luck to John, who's got Spalato. What a story has been, Craig.
Yes, indeed, and if he was to take out this race, it would be one of the great achievements of all time, I dare say, in Singapore horse racing. Number 11 is Magical Talent, Laurie Laxon, and the second runner for the Tivik stable.
His form just hasn't been great. He hasn't won for a long time, and he didn't really do a heap last time out. I prefer others coming out of the same race that he's in.
The Gladica, Ayazahar down from Malaysia, takes the ride on him. He's been racing pretty well on the poly track. It's a step up again for him to the turf here this afternoon at Group 1 level.
I don't think the turf will be an issue for him, and the trip won't be an issue. The class is the issue for Gladica here, but at least he's racing well.
Steve, nice to have a runner. Steve Burridge for Gladica.
Yeah, great to have a runner. You know, second last year. I hope we can go one better.
Has he got a chance against this lineup?
Oh, look, you're always hoping that, and he's very honest. A bit of the wet track might have helped me, but look, we're there now. Do our best and see what we can do.
So there is all the lead up to the Emirates Singapore Derby. We'll take a break, come back with a great race very soon.